Hello and welcome to PCMag Live. This is Sasha Segan. I'm Max Eddy, and we're going to run through the top tech news of the day, answer a reader question, and show you something cool from the labs. And we're just going to get right into it today. Facebook has bought Oculus Rift.
For how much money?
$2 billion!
Holy moly.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, and the thing that struck me first about this incredible purchase is that the thousands of Kickstarter backers who nurtured Oculus Rift to its success receive zero. Big goose egg for Kickstarter. Because as I've been telling people for years now, for technology, Kickstarter is for suckers. At best, it's a pre-order store for gadgets, okay? At worst, you are contributing money to other people's massive payouts and you will never see any benefit yourself. In some other areas, Kickstarter can be great, and these are areas like art and music and comics where people aren't going to make that much money anyway. But there is so much money sloshing around in technology that Kickstarter is really just used as a springboard to leverage off the little people's money, make the big payout, and say, goodbye, backers, we're ignoring all of your suggestions, we're selling out to Facebook, screw you.
That's actually an interesting point about selling out to Facebook, because in a Wall Street Journal interview, the founder, creator of Oculus Rift said that this happened so quickly, but he was promised his independence to continue developing Oculus Rift however they want. And that's
right, and I'm sure Crimea is being promised their autonomy within Russia right now as well.
Very timely. And actually, we were going to have the Oculus Rift on the show, but unfortunately one of our analysts has become lost in a 3D rendering of Facebook, and we can't get him out because once you disconnect the mind, the body dies.
So now the next question, of course, is why does Mark Zuckerberg want Facebook for your face?
And that's an interesting question. A lot of people are talking about this. BuzzFeed had an interesting article saying that this could be Zuckerberg's shot at a moonshot project, like Elon Musk, putting him in that category of tech moguls.
Yeah, I don't see Zuckerberg's personal ego going in that direction. I see it more as Facebook is trying to get a jump on what they see as the next level of interface. Okay, so they kind of missed mobile a little. They didn't have a great mobile strategy.
Than a little.
Yeah, they had to buy Instagram to get a good mobile product. But so now they see, okay, so VR might be the next thing. We're going to get in on the ground floor. We are going to be one of the companies that defines the VR era. And it's a bet. It's hopefully a good bet for this much money, but it's definitely looking at Facebook as a 10 or 20-year company as opposed to, oh, we're a social network, we're MySpace, we're peaking and falling.
It definitely makes them look a lot fresher than they have in a long time. But on the subject of Facebook, since that's all we ever talk about, let's talk about Instagram real quick, because they recently announced they have surpassed 200 million users since they were purchased, just in general, and adding 170 million since they were purchased by Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, Instagram is Facebook's mobile strategy at this point. And even though I use my Facebook mobile app all the time, Instagram has always perplexed me a little, and that's because I am a very, very non-visual person, and I don't understand the point of a social network that consists primarily of pictures, but my wife uses it all the time. She's an artist, and a lot of people love it because pictures are very immediate.
Yeah, a lot of people love it. The Guardian was reporting that there are 60 million photos a day being shared on this service. It's obviously made a huge impact and changed kind of how we consume photos online. But what it means for Facebook's mobile strategy, which now apparently involves Oculus Rift, who even knows?
I guess you're going to be able to put on your Oculus Rift and see your walls wallpapered with Instagram photographs.
Or if you put it on, you can experience the world as an Instagram filter. I would actually like that. That's just me. So one more mobile story. Apple has apparently promised to revamp emojis so that they're not all white people.
Okay, now first of all, they are not all white people. Emoji have this really long and interesting history. I first saw emoji on a trip to Japan in 2003, and people were already using them over there. And the original emoji, which were basically emoticons, are actually all these yellow Muppet-like figures. You know, they have no gender or race. But what happened was when Apple started adopting them in like 2009 or something.
Somewhere around there.
Yeah, Apple and Google decided to add this massive quantity of extra emoji to the standard, and for some reason, they are all white people plus one guy in a turban.
And that one guy in a turban does not represent diversity in any sense.
No.
And the big problem here as a technical problem is that Apple says that they want to do this. They're absolutely all about this. This email that was sent by an MTV blogger discussing the issue got elevated all the way to Tim Cook, and their response was that they're working with the Unicode Consortium, which a lot of people don't know about this, but there is a body out there that standardizes what certain characters look like.
Yeah, and it's so that you can have inter-platform messaging, so that if you send an emoji between two different devices, it comes through as the same emoji, and you don't get horrible misunderstandings. It makes perfect sense. You have to have a standard. What I think is interesting and weird is why they started out as all white people in the first place, because you think that either you want a character set that represents everybody who could be using the character set, or you want a character set that, as the original Japanese set was, is just Muppets and doesn't look like humans at all. So Apple made a mistake, and now they're going to have to go through this really complicated standards process to rectify it. I mean, I'm sure it'll happen. It'll just take like a year.
It'll probably take longer than that. Well, hopefully not too much longer, but it just shows that technology touches everyone, and we really need to start moving technology to the point where it matters to everyone and reflects the world in the same way that it can interact with them. But moving on from that, we have a reader question about something not really mobile related.
It actually is mobile. It's a portable thing.
Oh, it's a portable thing. All right. Well, Van asks via email, can I attach an external speaker to the RCA DPDM 90R 9-inch portable digital TV with a DVD player?
Okay, so now there is a general rule about all of these random portable Radio Shack-esque consumer electronics, which is that in general, they all have a headphone jack. And if you have a headphone jack, you can usually attach a portable speaker. Even something that claims to be a Bluetooth speaker generally has a 3.5-inch auxiliary input to directly connect your device. So you can go to the world of little portable Bluetooth speakers and such and pick your favorite, and just as long as it has one of those little 3.5-inch input, 3.5 millimeter inputs, you can buy a $5 cable from Radio Shack or a $1 cable from Monoprice, plug it in, and you'll be fine. We do have some recommendations.
Yeah, we do have some recommendations. The Jabra Soulmate Mini is $100, and the BEM wireless mobile speaker is $50. I'm doing a terrible job at these.
Yeah, and the advantage of the Soulmate Mini is that it's very rugged and waterproof, so it's good for being knocked around in a bag. It's good for outdoor use. The BEM speaker is also very good. It's smaller. It's $50. You know, it's not quite as everything as the Jabra, but it's a great value for money.
I hope that answered your question, Van. And remember, if you have any other questions you'd like us to answer, hit us up on Twitter, Facebook, or in the comment section of this YouTube video, whatever works for you. And now it is time for one cool thing. Sasha, what is this?
Well, why don't you tell me what this is, Max, as you're the guy with the notes today.
Well, that's fair.
I'll be the hand model.
This is the ThinkPad 8-inch tablet. It's a Windows 8.1 tablet that is oriented for business. It's $534, and we like this a lot. It's got a lot of great business features, and it's got all the stuff that you'd expect on there. It has a really neat little cover here. One of the features we liked is that you can flip the tab of this cover down, and it will uncover the camera and then go automatically into camera shooting mode. And for all that, though, it's not quite a laptop replacement. It gets good battery life, but it doesn't have a paired keyboard. It doesn't really have enough ports. It's not going to be able to make that leap. Our favorite for business tablets is still the Microsoft Surface Pro 2. You can check out reviews for both of those on PCMag.com.
Well, and that said, there is this great flourishing of inexpensive Windows 8 Pro tablets right now. I've seen models. There are Lenovo models that go down to $299, and I'm a big fan of the Asus Transformer T100 TA, which comes with a keyboard attachment for $399. So I think that's a tremendous value for money in Windows Pro tablets right now.
It's an incredible time for Windows tablets, but unfortunately we'll have to put two of them on top of our face to get the full VR experience that I'll be able to get from Facebook Office. Thanks for watching PCMag Live today. Tune in tomorrow.